Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mikey Report for September 3rd, 2010. Glad you can be with us. We have a lot to get to, including the update on Hurricane, now Tropical Storm Earl. But first, let's get to the news. According to a New York Times report, the GOP is poised to control 30 seats of the state governor seats after this midterm election. According to that report, the Republicans should gain the Midwest swing states in the November 2nd election, according to a gubernatorial forecasting model. So, for those who don't like Obama, they can look forward to possibly no Obamacare and no real major issues or news about poor responses to a BP oil spill. Speaking of BP and the Brits, let's go to a story about American Idol. Now, Idol, of course, brought over from Britain through Simon Cowell, and Simon Cowell is leaving to bring another British talent show over, the X Factor. But that's not the only news about Idol. Cara DeGuardi is actually leaving American Idol, being the third judge, including Simon and Ellen DeGeneres, to leave the show. I didn't really care much about American Idol, but I mean, how many British things can we bring over? It seems like the Brits are trying every way to control the states in some asset, so to speak. I mean, they tried controlling it with no taxation without representation back in the colonial days, and now they're trying to control us through talent shows. Piers Morgan, Sharon Osbourne. Well, Sharon's kind of a mix, but I like Sharon, so good for her. Piers, he's a stuck-up Brit, as well as Simon, so that's just my personal opinion. But I'm pretty much pro-American. In other news, we had stocks go up today. Stocks were up tremendously today, over a encouraging employment report, lifting hopes about the pace of economic growth. Dow was up 128 points, NASDAQ up close to 34, and the S&P up 14.5. And now, let's go to weather. Tropical Storm Earl is moving up the east Atlantic seaboard and hitting New England coming on Saturday. It hit the Outer Banks in North Carolina as a Category 2, but has quickly diminished to a tropical storm as it moved up the Atlantic coast. Did not affect Pennsylvania at all, except in wind, which was very refreshing considering it was 90 degrees here in Phoenixville and 85 up in Mount Cobb for the highs today, as we continue to look at our temperatures. Our current temperatures up in Mount Cobb is 69 degrees, here in Phoenixville 78. We're looking at a very cool day on Saturday and Sunday, 67 degrees both days in Mount Cobb, Lake Ariel area. Make sure you head out to GDS Fair this weekend for some good fun and hopefully to finish off your summer vacations. Monday the 6th, sunny skies, 76 degrees actually. Tuesday the 7th, mostly sunny, 84 degrees. Wednesday there's potential for isolated thunderstorms, 76 degrees. We dip down into more fall like early summer or late summer fall like conditions. 68 on Thursday, 68 on Friday, 74 on Saturday, 9th, 10th, the 11th, and the 12th we're looking at potential showers, high of 74. As we go into our Phoenixville forecast, we're looking at 76 degrees for both Saturday and Sunday, a little windy tomorrow, and very high pollen forecast, so Kleenex and Zyrtec are encouraged. Monday, Labor Day, sunny, 84 degrees. We're up to potentially 90 degrees on Tuesday. Wednesday, 86, still a little hot, but nothing should be affecting our weather there. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 77, 77, and 82 respectively. And scattered thunderstorms possible on Sunday the 12th, 82 degrees. And let's get to some sports here. We have some news about Steven Strasburg, the Nationals phenom. He ends up having Tommy John surgery. He'll be out for this whole next year. Tiger is struggling to stay in the hunt for the FedEx Cup. He's one shot over. Well, he shoots one over, and he trails Zach Johnson and Jason Day by 9 shots at the Deutsche Bank Championship. As we look at some other news here, Roethlisberger's ban for his off-field actions is cut to only 4 games instead of 6. An 8-game ban for Nyjer Morgan, as he ends up involved in a bench-clearing brawl. One of 9 punishments handed out following a brawl between the Nats and Fish. Chris Volstad was suspended for 6 games. Nyjer Morgan was penalized 8 games. So he was suspended technically for 1 game, but the penalty 8-game suspension, along with the 7-game suspension he received on 25th, currently under appeal. So a 15-game suspension in the wings for the Nats outfielder. The NHL allows Ilya Kovalchuk's second deal with the Devils. I don't know how much it is, so we will see. I'll delve into that a little bit. Actually, I can delve into that now. So we shall this time it is a 15-year, $100 million deal. On Friday, after having a rejection of a 17-year, $102 million contract. I mean, to be honest, what's the difference? But NHL's not gonna can't be prohibiting that star for long. So Kovalchuk is now a New Jersey Devil for probably 15 years, if he stays. In U.S. Open action, Rafael Nadal, the number 1, he advanced Andy Murray also moved on in U.S. Open action. Venus Williams moves on along with Elena Dementieva after third round action today. Baseball action, Yankees beat the Jays 7-3 with no home runs. Kerry Wood picks up a win. Phils beat the Brewers 1-0 behind Cole Hamels. Rays beat the O's 4-1. Red Sox and the battle at the Sox postponed due to Tropical Storm Earl. We'll be covering football in our next segment, in our new segment called Friday Night Lights, where we'll be covering high school football from the eastern Pennsylvania area. We'll be covering Phoenixville and a lot of the northeast Pennsylvania because I know there are a lot of games I was looking at and they were pretty decent. Or pretty bad depending on the outcome of who's wanting it. So that is pretty much the Cowboys deal Creighton to the Chargers. For other news, and the A's just defeated the Angels 8-0. Cubs defeat the Mets 7-6. And the Cards beat the NL Central leading Reds 3-2. That's it for the Mikey Report for September 3rd, 2010. We'll have Friday Night Lights for this Week 1 action. After this break, we'll be right back.